Hey guys, welcome back. So the end of E3 has come. The week is over, unfortunately. It's been a really good week. Loads of great stuff, loads of great press conferences, and loads of demos and interviews, and all the good stuff's happened. And it's been absolutely fantastic. I've loved every minute of it. But what I wanted to do, just to round out the week, I wanted to just put this video up and just discuss with you guys the Nintendo live stream from the Treehouse. Now, if you don't know, after the digital event on Tuesday, Nintendo put up multiple hours of streaming on Tuesday night, Wednesday night and Thursday night, and I thought it was absolutely fantastic. Really good idea. They basically had all the developers coming in every day, talking about the games, giving you an idea of the background of the game, how it came about, telling you how the game works, the strategies involved, and just doing extensive gameplays, like 30+ minutes per game, which was absolutely fantastic. And they would go back to the same games over and over again, showing you new different angles on the game, different tactics and all kinds of different ways of playing and what the game had to offer. And I thought it was a really good idea. I really enjoyed the way they did it because, as I say, they had the developers come on, they would talk to the developers in depth, they were allowed to show the game off. It was fantastic. It was really a good way of doing things because I like the fact that they did a digital event, they came out, 45 minutes, here's some games that we're bringing out, and then next thing you know, live stream comes on, they show off the games that's already been announced, plus they also showed games that weren't announced in the digital event video, which was fantastic. And they did a really good range of games for Wii U and 3DS, and it just really gets you hyped, and it made me feel good. You know, it was so nice to see that. It felt like an old school E3, you know, with Japanese developers and people just, you know, showing the games. And there's been a lot of criticism this week of Sony and Microsoft for their CG trailers, and I personally don't have a problem with that so much, because I think if they're just announcing a game and they haven't got any gameplay ready, there's no problem putting a trailer out, because at least it lets us know the game's in development, it's on its way, you know, and here's a little teaser just to let you know what it's sort of going to be about, and that's fine. Of course, you know, in an ideal world, gameplay is always better, but it's not always practical from a developer standpoint. So when there is gameplay available, I really like seeing the way Nintendo did it, because obviously all these games are pretty far on and they've just got so much to show, and it was just absolutely brilliant. Really enjoyable event. I watched every night of it, and it was long. I mean, the one night it was like 5:15 to like 2:30 in the morning, and that's a lot of streaming. But they really did a really good job of it, because the people at the Treehouse are really good presenters, really friendly and easygoing and light-hearted. And they showed loads of great games. They had Yoshi's Woolly World, which just looks absolutely phenomenal. Splatoon got a lot of coverage and was trending on Twitter for a minute. That was brilliant. That game looks so much fun. I can't wait to play that one. Kirby's Rainbow Curse, which doesn't seem to be getting too much talk about it, but I was really impressed with that one. From the gameplay they showed, it looked really nice, and the music's fantastic, and the graphics. You know, you've got clay in that one, you've got the yarn in the Yoshi game, and the textures, the way they do those games, they just look so good, and they just look a lot of fun to play as well. Especially Yoshi, because it's just like Yoshi's Island on SNES, so that's something I'm really interested in. And as I said, they showed Splatoon, Yoshi, they showed Kirby, they showed Hyrule Warriors, which looks interesting. It's not really something I'll play, but I may be tempted. It does look pretty damn good from what they showed. They showed a lot of Smash Brothers on Wii U and 3DS, and that looks really good. I don't know much about Smash Brothers, so I don't really know what I'm watching when I watch the matches, but it was really good to watch. It was interesting, and it's definitely something I want to try, because I really enjoy the GameCube game, so I want to give the Wii U version a try as well. They showed a new game called Project Steam, which is a strategy game, but they're trying to make it more action-based, and it's in a third-person perspective, and they're trying to, you know, bring more people into the strategy genre, and it's turn-based as well. It's not something that would really get me involved in it, but if you like that kind of thing, check that out. It looks really good. In fact, I'll put a link down below for that one, because that looks quite interesting. Yeah, it was a really good event, really clever the way they did it, and they had Miyamoto was on there showing his demos of Project Giant Robot and Project Guard, which were like tech demos, but really cool. You got the Project Robot one, which is the giant robot, which is basically like a sumo match with massive robots, and you use the screen, and you can bow and you can move around, and you can. It's hard to explain, but watch the video. It's really cool. I'll put a video link down there for that one as well, and for Project Guard. Project Guard was basically, you got like, I think it was 9 screens that are cameras, and there's an item in the centre, and all these robots are trying to attack. And you have to stop them getting to the centre and destroying the, I don't know what it was, a machine or whatever it was. You've got to basically stop them getting into the centre by watching all the cameras, and it's a very much family friendly party game, and I thought that with work could actually be something really good. I was quite impressed with that. Obviously Miyamoto also said that Star Fox is definite. They want to get it out in the next year. They want to get it finished by 2015. So they're trying to get a third-party publisher to, or not third-party, but a partner publisher to come on board with them and give them a hand. So that's really cool because I'm proper excited for that. Can't wait. And the interesting thing for me was Devil's Third from Itagaki-san. That new game is going to be Wii U exclusive, and that looks really cool. Graphically, I didn't think it was that amazing, to be absolutely honest with you. It looked a bit like it looked like sort of a little bit better graphics than a Wii, with the gameplay of like the Xbox, PS2 and GameCube era. But I actually really liked it. It's a third-person action game, but it's hard to explain. You've got guns, you've got melee weapons like tomahawks and swords. He smokes cigarettes, he drinks. It's just really, really over the top and absolutely awesome. And you can scale walls, you can just blow stuff up, kill people in all kinds of interesting ways. It looks really, really fun, and I'm surprised that Nintendo have got that as an exclusive. I'm really glad they did, because it's an absolutely brilliant one to have. It's also got a really interesting multiplayer. It's a standard multiplayer setup from what I can see in the trailer, but there's loads of melee combat, and I really like that. There's people kicking the shit out of each other and smacking each other with tomahawks and swords and chopping each other up. I was like, yeah, that looks a lot of fun. So while the graphics aren't that revolutionary, the actual gameplay, which is the most important part, just looks like a hell of a lot of fun. So I'm interested to keep an eye on that one. But yeah, overall, I actually thought that the live streaming was a really good idea, and I was talking to 16-bit Brit, we were texting while watching it, and he said to me that, like, you know, he thought, as much as he loves the press conferences, the format of doing a digital event video followed by hours and hours of streaming was a much better way of doing things and getting the message across. And I have to agree, actually. I'm somebody who loves the press conferences, look forward to them every year, can't wait, get really excited leading up to E3, especially the week leading up to it. I really get in the mood. And you know, this week I've absolutely absorbed everything I possibly can, watched everything possible. So I must admit, their way of doing it, Nintendo, I thought they actually nailed it this year. I thought it was a really good idea. The press conferences are great, but they can feel a little bit stiff sometimes. And you know, you do have filler stuff, like Sony had all their stuff in the middle that some people aren't too pleased with, which I can understand, because you know, they have to cover all that, and that's fine. But really, you want to see the games. That's the main thing, isn't it, really? But I thought Nintendo's approach was really good, because I like the fact they did the video short and sweet. Bam, bam, bam. Here we go. Have a bit of humour in there as well. Here's the games. Right, now let's just spend the next 3 days just playing the games and showing you what they're all about. What a great idea. And Reggie kept coming on doing interviews as well. Reggie's just awesome. Fiza Mech was just hilarious. I absolutely love that. So yeah, I overall thought the Treehouse live stream was the best idea in a long time, and absolutely brilliant. So let me know down below, guys. What do you think? Did you like the streaming from the Treehouse? If you watched it, if you haven't, go and check it out on Nintendo's YouTube channel, because it's brilliant. And yeah, let me know what you think. Do you think that maybe Sony and Microsoft should do the same, or do you just want them to still do the press conferences and you're quite happy to have that format? So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I really look forward to your comments. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up. And if you want to see more videos, just click on subscribe. And thanks for watching. I'll see you all again soon.